Hello there. My name is Jasom Jensai, and welcome to this live stream where I'm going to be reacting to Mandalorian Season 1, Episode 4. Just like my other ones, I'll be having the, what do you call it? Yeah, I'll be having the time down on the bottom, and you can follow along if you have Disney Plus open. So, open up Season 1, Episode 4. You can follow along if you've got Disney Plus. Probably, yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, so nothing more to say. I'm just gonna start the video, start the stream thing. There we go. There's the Disney Plus snap. I'm having the weird mouse problem where my mouse is disappearing again. There we go. Okay. It's back again. Again, it's a pretty good intro. Or, yeah, summary. And it begins. Lucasfilm, probably the Disney Plus thing again. The Star Wars whatever thing. You guys know how this goes. Probably. You've probably seen Mandalorian. So, if you're watching live, say something in the chat. I'd love to either say hello or if you've got anything better to say, for lack of a better word, then I'd love to discuss, basically just discuss Star Wars with you. And if you're watching after the live stream, just leave something in the comments. I'll respond and we can talk Star Wars. Because that's something I love to do. This show has really good music. Oh, they're playing soccer in the beginning scene where it's like the village. I like that when the raiders attack, like you see the birds flying away. Something that, just attention to detail. And of course, these guys are super scary, but also primitive. And they've got a clever hiding spot. I don't know. They don't say names very well in this show. That's one thing I don't like. The one, like, lady in the village and her daughter have a good hiding spot. And the raiders look kind of scary, but also primitive. And again, the music is really good. It's so impressive that the composer like Ludwig Göransson or whatever. It's so impressive that he made recorders sound so awesome. Like not even just the bass recorder, but like even the high one sounds cool. And Baby Yoda is so cute. Even when he's like nearly crashing the ship. What do you guys think is going to happen to Baby Yoda by the end of the show? Like not just season 2, like the entire the entire thing. What do you think is going to happen to him? That's such a cool shot. Man, Mando or Pedro Pascal has really good acting in that scene where he's telling Mando to stay, and it's made even better by the fact that Baby Yoda is still there. Yeah. Wherever Mando goes, Baby Yoda goes, as they say in trailer of season 2. That's such a good line. Oh man, I love this show. Mando has to walk so slow to keep up with Baby Yoda. Oh yeah, they have a loft cat in the scene where Mando is walking into like the like primitive bar, I guess. I don't know what the correct word is. The place where he gets Yoda some food and I don't does he order food? I don't remember. Where he meets Cara Dune. So, okay. One of Mando's most useful, probably one of his most useful, what do you call it? Tools, I guess, is that one setting of his visor where he can see like footprints. Like, I don't know, it looks kind of like infrared, but can't be entirely. It's like probably super underrated. Man, this fight with Cara Dune is pretty good. Except, well, he probably should have pointed his fist before shooting the flamethrower. But I like that how he grabs the back of her ankle or foot. And of course, they get done, and Mando's eating his bone broth. Because he's Baby Yoda. So, I'm at basically the 10-minute mark. You can see basically down here, or at least you should be able to. Let me see if it's... Yeah, so right down there, should say. That thing moves so slow. The hover thing the villagers use to get to Mando. How did they know he had Mandalorian armor? Sorry, I haven't said anything. I just haven't had anything to comment on. And of course, all the kids are by Baby Yoda. I actually couldn't find enough concept art, so I actually have that picture. Not that I remember to use the concept art I did find, but oh well. That's all his personal belongings? Wow. Don't sneak up on a Mandalorian. It's the scene where, like the, again, I don't remember their names because I don't think they're ever mentioned. But the main villager lady, her daughter, was interested in the Mandalorian but was shy, so she was like sneaking up, and Mando like spun around really quick, scared her. So don't sneak up on Mandalorians because it doesn't end well. It's a very watery village. Oh, Mando. Oh, I didn't realize. He was cleaning his weapon, and he had to dismantle it a bit. Nice. Should pay attention more. That's interesting. I forgot about that part. So the lady asks, "How long has it been since you took your mask on?" He's like, "Yesterday," because of course he has to eat. But then, of course, the other interesting thing is, if he wasn't much older than those little kids playing, like that would be, let's say he's like at youngest like 20. So that would be before that would be like the time he put his mask on and never took it off would be before the time period of Rebels, which doesn't make sense because in Rebels they took it off all the time. Like that wasn't a thing. That's like one of the only things. It's not like a thing I don't like about the Mandalorian. It's just a thing that confuses me because I'm sure there's an explanation. If there's no explanation, I won't like it, but I can't judge until then. So if you've got any theories about why he doesn't take his mask off, tell me in the chat. Or if you're watching this afterwards, tell me in the comments. And that's bigger than a, like, humanoid. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see this is where this episode starts to go downhill for me cuz like first of all, the fact that they can't fight an ATST, like it'd be difficult, but I think Mando would be able to, like Mando with the help of Cara Dune, would be able to take out the ATST with his because his rifle has the shock thing. That thing was able to take out an entire Ravenak in the first episode off of the what's it called, Razor Crest. Like it comes out from the ice, giant worm, takes it out pretty easily. Either that, or they could use the trees to get like the high ground and go down from the top and open like pry open the hatch and take it over from the inside. Like I feel like they might be able to do it. And but then having the villagers help, especially because they don't give them very many blasters, like they just give them sticks or some of them. Although it is interesting that the who is it? The one lady, again, no name, but the one villager who you really get to know more is um like super good at blasters, but no one else can hit anything. And then of course when they're training with the spears, like they're needlessly bad. Like the one guy had it upside down. Like it doesn't. How do you make that mistake? And then of course I also don't like their training that much because it's. I mean, it might work for large groups of people. I don't know. It doesn't seem that good to me, especially because they didn't use those signals. They didn't yell 1, 4, 3. Like I don't know. But I mean, I get like the training, like a group of people to fight the big foe. It's a big. It's like a. You see it a lot in Clone Wars, and it's kind of similar to the rebels against the Empire because it's like the smaller force going up against the bigger force. Like if they can sneak up on these guys, I'm at the part where they're sneaking up on the camp. If they can sneak up on these guys so much, I'm sure they don't have someone in the ATST the entire time. Even if they did, they could probably take him out while the guards are shifting. Like, because the hatch would be open. But, I don't know. Maybe if they had, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know how they could make it so that you see that they can't win without making them lose. Because, like, if they had an AT-AT, that would be overkill. Oh, wow. There's a lot more of them than I thought. Although, I do have to say, the fighting in this is pretty good. Like, at this point, the element of surprise is gone. So, they could probably start using better weapons than hand-to-hand combat. But and now they have blasters. See, this is why you use blasters, because there you go. You got your blaster out. This is my favorite part of the episode. That ATST is so cool. Like, they turned the ATSD, like, yeah, it's a cool vehicle. Two-legged walker, like, pretty imposing. In, episode 6, it takes, like, a ton of Ewoks to take them out. Giant, like, tree trunks slamming together. How else do they take them out? Like, Chewie taking it over, which that would be one of the plans Mando should have tried, but oh well. And, like, oh, it's when they step on the logs and roll down and their feet get all, like, bent out of shape. Yeah, but they're, like, super cool. And they made it so much better by having the final battle be at night. And also, what do you call it? It's at night, and they give it red eyes. It just looks so awesome. And in fact, I have concept art that makes it look also awesome. And my mouse disappeared again. That's what I've always wanted. Oh well. And of course, it stops right there. And it's got a light. They're not getting down. But of course, the ATST misses. See it. Man. So this battle's, again, pretty good. It's kind of chaotic, what you would expect from, like, a primitive band of raiders and villagers who just learned, like, yesterday how to fight. But then Cara Dune decides to break Mando's pulse rifle. Or at least that's the only explanation I can think of, because after this episode, it's never seen again. And I don't even get what she's trying to do. Like, if it knows that it's water there, how does that convince it to step forward? And of course, those two guys are cowards. Nice. What is Cara Dune doing? Like, I don't get it. And the other thing is, well, maybe not. Never mind. I was gonna say it could take out the eyes, like they could take out the eyes, like Cara Dune just demonstrated, but I don't know if that would be helpful. Well, wait a minute. Mando's pulse rifle definitely didn't break because she just used it, so it's not the water. And finally, the battle is over. Oh my goodness, I would hate to be in water with my full armor on. Ugh. That would be uncomfortable. Not when you're in the water, but like you get out. And Baby Yoda gets peer pressured into spitting out the frog. How sad. Tell me in the comments, do you like to eat frogs? Do they taste good? Have you ever tried them? I don't know. I'm not going to try, but Baby Yoda likes them, so. I like that line. What happens if you take your mask off? You can't ever put it back on again. Like, I don't know. I know some people don't like it very much, but I think it sounds pretty cool. What would have happened if Baby Yoda did grow up here? Well, I suppose we probably need to know the rest of his story. But maybe when Mandalorian is done, I'll do a fan fiction about that or something. That'd be cool. But of course, a bounty hunter comes. Again, the birds. Good attention to detail. Right when Cara Dune shoots the sniper, the birds fly away. Although, how did Cara Dune, find the sniper? Was she just, patrolling for no reason? So Baby Yoda can't stay at the nice village. Baby Yoda just hugged the little girl with his ears. She goes in, gives him like the hug, and his ears like tilt down as if he's hugging her with the ears. That's cool. I wonder, does Yoda hear like really well? Because his ears are really big. That's interesting. I can't think of any scenario where he would hear something that someone else would, or a scenario where like he does reveal that he has good hearing. But I can't think of a scenario that's like, oh, if he had really good hearing, he would have heard that and reacted to it. Man, I got the feeling Baby Yoda is smarter than he looks. Like that look at the end where he's like looking around and seeing all the people waving, like he seems to know what's going on. I don't know. But something interesting is, so Yoda's 50, or Yoda's not 50. Baby Yoda is 50 years old. So I'm going to switch scenes again. So Baby Yoda is 50 years old. If Yoda dies at 900, that should mean Baby Yoda, if it was linear, which it doesn't necessarily have to be, if it was linear, Baby Yoda would be about 5 years old. But 5-year-olds can like talk, and like Baby Yoda can also walk, but like he seems like a baby, like hence everyone calls him Baby Yoda. But yet he should be about 5. But the interesting thing is Baby Yoda's, like, his parents, like, I would guess, like, I mean, if he even has parents, I don't know how, because how did he get there? Like, who would his parents even be? But anyways, the point is, he doesn't have people, like, helping him grow up and teaching him to, like, speak and do all the things that everyone just takes for granted. Like, you need someone to talk before you can learn to speak. And Baby Yoda might not have had that, because he gets discovered, like, on that random base in the middle of the desert, like, on a planet that doesn't even have it has a number as part of its name. I think it's Averos 7 or something. It has, like, a number at the end of his name. It's not even, like, a named planet. Well, kind of. You get the idea. It's not an important planet. And Baby Yoda is just, like, in the middle of nowhere there. First of all, why is he there? Why, like, if the Empire wants him, who had him before? But also, I mean, he was just sitting in the pod, presumably sleeping, but I don't think anyone was, like, teaching him to speak, so it kind of makes sense that he can't speak. And remember, the ability to speak does not make you intelligent, so, again, he might actually be the equivalent of 5 years old, even if he can't speak. Even if he acts like a baby in other ways. So, that's pretty much it for the stream. Unless you guys have something else to say. Again, like, pretty much anything to do with Star Wars. If you've got a question, I'll pretty much answer it. Or at least speculate, answer it. Like if you said, what's going to happen when Disney makes episode 10 in 20 years or whatever? I'll be like, well, I don't know. But anyways, that's pretty much it for the stream, unless someone chats something really quick. I should summarize my thoughts. So, about Season 1, Episode 4, it's a good episode. Like, there's some things I don't like about it. I'm pretty picky about, like, what should be able to happen, like power levels and combat. I mean, that makes sense. I have a series called Star Wars Duels, which means I'd like to analyze that, which means I probably want it to be pretty consistent and make a lot of sense. Sadly, it doesn't always do that, which I can accept. So they probably should have been able to beat an ATSD. The villagers probably wouldn't have helped that much. But it's a good concept. Also a concept they've done before. But it's a good episode. Cara Dune is a pretty cool character. All the fist fights she and Mando get in are they're well done. But yeah, it's a good episode. It is connected to the other story, but it is more episodic, which I prefer more. I think serial was the word, basically where it's mostly telling one big story, less episodic. But I mean, that's fine. Actually, before Mandalorian, I was like, well, I pretty much don't like stories that are episodic. But it's not as bad as I thought it was. So, that's my thoughts on that episode. Good episode. Could have been better. Oh well. So, what else do I have to say? Nothing really. So, with that, now it's your turn. Tell me in the chat. Tell me in the comments. What do you think of the episode? What questions do you want me to do about Star Wars? And if you're watching after the stream, leave something in the comments, and either I'll answer you there, or I'll bring it up in the stream the next week, or I'll do both. I don't know which. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, with that, may the Force